All right, Intro to Algebra students. We are on lesson 4.1H. So while I'm out again, I put together another video to help you guys out with this. So this is our last lesson to do with two-step equations. All right, so we're finally just about done with two-step equations. So what we're going to do is the same thing we did yesterday. We're working with ones that have division, like that right there. And just like we did the last week I was with you guys, we looked at ones that are not in standard form. We're going to do the same thing with our division problems. Okay, so this one right here is an example of a two-step algebra equation in standard form. And we've talked about this. When it's in standard form, our brain really likes that. It's easy for us to visualize it and solve it, and it just makes sense to us, okay? But sometimes algebra problems are not in standard form, like these three examples I have for you down here, okay? So once our terms in our algebra problem, our numbers and variables, start getting all mixed around, then it confuses our brain a little bit, and it makes it a little trickier to get these worked out. Okay, we can still do it. It's a little better if it's this type up here. Okay, we kind of like that a little bit more. All right, so I got three different types of ways that algebra problems can be mixed up. So let's take a look at how we would work those out. The first examples we're going to go with is this one right here. Okay, so notice how both of these just kind of switched places. Okay, so that's what we're going to take a look at, is what happens when they switch sides. All right, so if we take a look at our first problems here. Okay, so here's our first one we got. We got negative 19 equals x divided by 8 plus 5. Okay, and what you want to do is, just like the ones we worked the week before, you locate the side that has x, which is this side right here. Okay, that's the side that has x. So you're going to work on canceling the 5, and you're going to cancel the 8 on that side. That's going to be your two steps. All right, and you start with the number that is furthest away from x, okay, which is going to be our plus 5 there. That's where we're going to start. Okay, so we want to get rid of that one first. We're going to cancel that first. So we're going to do the opposite of plus 5. We're going to do minus 5. Okay, and if we do that, then we're going to get, so we got to watch our negatives here. We got negative 19 minus 5 is going to get us negative 24 is equal to, we have x over top of 8. All right, so there we got that step. Our last step we need to do is cancel off the 8, just like we were doing in the other problems. Since it's x divided by 8, we're going to multiply by 8 to get that to cancel, and we're going to multiply this side by 8 also. All right, when we do that, we're going to cancel these 8s, and then we're going to take 24, and it's a negative 24, so it's negative 24 times 8, and that's going to get us 192 negative is equal to x. Okay, and we'll get that thing turned around, because I know some of you guys don't like the way that's written. Caden especially, he doesn't really care for that too much. So we're just going to put that the other way, and that can be our answer right there. All right, so x is equal to a negative 192. All right, so let's work out a couple more. Same thing. Locate the side that has your x on it, which is going to be that side right there. All right, then you're going to cancel the number that is furthest away from x, or you can think about it, you're going to cancel the one that doesn't have the division sign with it. So we're going to be canceling out the minus 9 first. Okay, so to cancel it, we'll add 9 to this side. Okay, so then we're going to end up with those 9s will cancel out there, and we got 23 plus 9 is going to get us 32 is equal to x divided by negative 4. All right, and last step here, we're going to cancel out the negative 4. So take the negative with you, because we're going to multiply by negative 4. All right, and I kind of didn't leave much space for me over there. I'm going to erase this here. All right, so that way we got some spot to work. So this side also gets multiplied by negative 4. Okay, do that. So we got 32 times negative 4, and that's going to get us 128 negative, and we have, get those 4s out of there, and we have our x over there. Okay, turn it around if it makes yourself feel better. So we got negative 128. All right, there's our answer for x. Okay, let's check out a couple more. So same thing, we're starting on this side over here because that's the side that has x, and we're going to cancel out the minus 14. We'll do that first. Okay, so we'll do the opposite. We're going to add 14 to this side. All right, when we do that, negative 8 plus 14 is going to leave us with a positive 6. Okay, and then we're going to take x divided by 3 and bring that down. All right, cancel out those 14s. There we go. All right, now last step, we're going to multiply by 3, multiply this side by 3, and you're going to get 18 is equal to x. Turn it around if you want to. All right, just like that. Okay, so not too bad. Let's take a look at our last one. We got start on this side because that's the side that has x. So these are the numbers you want to cancel over here with x. Start with the minus 11. So we're going to do the opposite of that. We're going to go plus 11. We're going to plus 11 over here. When we do that, that's going to get us, let's get rid of those. We get negative 1 is equal to x divided by negative 2. All right, last step, we need to do the opposite of dividing by negative 2. So we're going to multiply by negative 2, take the negative with you, multiply this side by negative 2, and you're going to end up with x is equal to, and negative 2, negative 1 is going to get you a positive answer. Positive 2, turn that around if you want to, just like that. All right, so there's some examples of a few of them that are not in standard form. Hopefully those worked out okay for you. I got a few for you to try, and then we'll take a look at some other examples after that. Okay, so try those ones out. See if you can do those. They're similar to what we just did. Pause the video, see how that goes, and then hit play, and we'll see what you get for an answer. All right, class, let's take a look and see what you guys ended up with for these. Okay. Take a look at your answers. So we're starting on this side here, canceling out plus 4, so we're going minus 4. And then we're going to multiply by 4 at the very end, so x is going to come out to 32. Okay, take a look at this side, starting over here with the plus 9, so we're going to minus 9 to each side. And then we get negative 35, multiply by negative 7, and we're going to end up with 245 for an answer for x. All right, this one down here, we ended up with x equals 63, so we did adding 14 to each side, then multiplied by 3, and we ended up with the 63 for that. Okay, and this last one over here started right here at minus 2, so we did adding 2 to each side. Okay, when we did that, we ended up with negative 10. Then we got to multiply. So take a look. We took the negative 5 with us here. So we multiplied by negative 5 to each side. Let's cancel that and that. And we get x is equal to 50. Might as well cancel those too. All right, so that would be our answer for that last problem. Okay, so let's take a look at some other ones that would not be in standard form. We'll go through some more examples so that way you guys have it and you know what to do. So the next type we're looking at that are not in standard form, two other ways it could be is like this or like this. Okay, so there's a couple other options that would not be standard form. Okay, so let's work with those and see what we can do about solving them. Okay, so when you're looking at an equation that's not in standard form, you want to locate the side that has your x. So that's going to be this side right here. Okay, then once you locate that side, cancel the number that is furthest away from x, which is this 15 over here. Okay, to cancel it, you need to look at what is in front of the number you're trying to cancel. Okay, so what's in front of it is that minus there. Okay, I'm not really concerned about the plus right there. I'm concerned about the minus sign in front of the 15 because that's what I'm trying to cancel. Okay, so since that is minus 15, I'm starting there. I'm going to do the opposite, and I'm going to go plus 15 and go plus 15 to that side over there. Okay, so when I do that, bring this down, I'm going to bring down the x divided by 7, and I don't need to bring the addition sign down because it's already, there's nothing there to add to it, and it's already positive. Okay, so I'm just going to bring down x divided by 7. All right, over here, we'll work out the math to that, and 6 and 15 is going to get us 21. Okay, so then our last step, now we just need to multiply by 7 to get that 7 to cancel. All right, so you're going to multiply 21 by 7, and then x is going to end up giving you 147 for an answer. All right, and check that out. It's the right way it should be. All right, x is equal 147, so that one is good to go. Okay, so let's take a look at this other one over here. So again, locate your side that has the x. That's going to be this side right here. Okay, so we found the side with x. Now we need to cancel the numbers and start with the number furthest away from x, and that's going to be the 1 here. Okay, now I want to cancel what is in front of the 1. All right, I'm not concerned about the minus sign yet. I'm looking at what is in front of the 1. Okay, and since the 1 is a positive number, all right, there's nothing there, meaning it's a positive number, I want to cancel out positive 1. Okay, to cancel it out, that means I need to go minus 1 to get rid of it. Okay, so when I do that, the 1's cancel, and I'm going to end up with 16 over on that left side. Okay, now take a look. I have minus x divided by 2. Okay, and just like we did yesterday, if you have that, get rid of that minus, put it right there with the 2. Okay, and bring that down. All right, so we're going to bring down x divided by negative 2. All right, now we can get this thing solved. So we're going to do the opposite of dividing by negative 2. We're going to multiply by negative 2. Do the same thing over here. All right, and we are going to end up with, let's see, we're sorry about that call there. So we're going to get x, and we're going to get negative 32 on that side. All right, and let's turn that around to make x is equal to negative 32. All right, that'll make it, that makes it look a little bit better. Okay, let's check out a couple more, 2 more of them to check out. So this one down here, locate the side that has x. That is over here on the right side. Now find the number furthest away from x. That's going to be this 14 here. Okay, look at what is in front of your 14. And I have a minus sign in front of that 14. So that's what I'm trying to cancel out. I'm going to cancel out a minus 14. So I'm going to go plus 14 here. Plus 14 to this side. Okay, cancel that off. All right, then we have negative 22 plus 14. Okay, so when we do the math on that, put that in your calculator. That's going to get you negative 8. So make sure you watch your positives and negatives on that. Okay, and then take a look at our situation here. Now that the 14 is gone, look what you have left. You have minus and a negative down here. We worked with this yesterday too. In that situation, all right, they both become plus addition. All right, so they're both positive. So now when we bring it down, it's going to be x divided by a positive 3. Okay, when we change them both to plus, it gets rid of that. All right. So now take a look. We got x divided by positive 3. So we're going to multiply by positive 3. Multiply that side by positive 3. And we are going to end up with negative 24 is equal to x. All right, we'll get that canceled. And there would be our answer to that problem. All right, one last one to take a look at. Identify your side with x. That's going to be this side over here. All right, and then you're going to cancel out that 4 first. And look at what is in front of the 4. There's nothing in front of it. I'm not concerned about the minus. I want to know what's in front. There's nothing there. That means it is a positive 4, so we need to cancel it. So we're going to go minus 4. All right, to both of those sides. That would cancel. That's going to get us 11 is equal to, and then over here on the right, take a look at what you got left. It's minus x divided by 6. When that happens, cross off the minus, put it down there with the 6, because that negative is going to go with the 6 there. All right, so drop that down, and we have x divided by negative 6. Now we're just going to get that canceled out. So we're going to multiply by negative 6, take that negative with you. Okay, so when you do that, you're going to end up with negative 66 on the left, and we have our equal sign and x over here. All right, and we can turn that around. Let's make that x is equal to negative 66. And be like, oh, I can turn this one around too. X is equal to negative 24. Okay, that makes it look a little bit better. All right, there you go. There's a few more worked out for you. Hopefully that went okay. Try some on your own, and then we'll take a look at your answers here. Okay, there's a few for you to try. Ooh, this guy here, we need to turn that around. X divided by 6. There we go. All right, try those. See what you end up with, and then we'll take a look at our answers here in just a minute. All right, let's see what you guys ended up with. Okay, so for this one here, we need to cancel out the minus. So starting on this side, starting with canceling out the minus 5. So we did add 5 to each side. Then we multiplied by 2, and we ended up with x is equal to 36 for our first problem. Okay, let's take a look at our second one here. Starting on this side, we canceled out the negative 7. All right, so we went and we added 7 to this side. Then we multiplied by 6, and we have x is equal to 180. Okay, and then this side over here, take a look. Now we had to start over here on this side because our x was over there on the left. All right, and then we had to look at the 8, and there was nothing in front of the 8, so it makes it a positive 8. So we'd had to go minus 8 to each side. That got us 4 down here. And then for this situation here, we ended up crossing off both of those because they both become positive. So we'd have x divided by positive 5. There we go. I crossed those out there. So we multiply by positive 5, and we end up with x is equal to 20. Okay, and then take a look at our last one. So we're starting on this side because that's where our x is located. Okay, so then we got a minus 6. That's what's in front of the 6 is a minus. So we're going to go adding 6 to each side. When we do that, we end up with negative 54. And then this minus goes right there with that 3, makes that 3 negative. So that's what we got right down there. So we're going to multiply by negative 3. And we're going to end up with x is equal to 162. Okay, so hopefully that problem worked out for you guys. Here is your assignment that goes with that lesson. You got the 4.1H worksheet to do, so get that done. Do that in class. I have a card activity for you guys to work on. I'll let you see if you can figure that out while I'm gone here, and see how that goes. And then you got this homework assignment down here to take home and get done. All right, so that is it for our lessons in this Unit 4 of two-step equations. When you guys come back, you'll have a practice test, and then the next day we'll wrap this up with a Unit 4 test. All right, thanks for watching. I hope that helped you guys. If you got some questions, let me know.